Hey, it's Heidi from A Lively Hope. Today, for my slow stitch video, I'm going to show you a few different projects I have on the go. I have been setting up a lot of things and finishing some, but not all. And I don't have a full tutorial for you today. It's just, I'm going to show you everything that's currently in progress. So I started this. This will eventually be a soft-sided box. It's all different shades of green. I invisible basted these on. Side note really quickly, the World Cup is in full swing and my teenage son has friends over watching the France-Norway game. And they will probably be cheering and yelling loudly periodically. But that's real life around here. I hope they don't startle you, but you will hear them in the background. Okay, so this is the first one. I've got 4 of these in different shades of green that I am slowly working on. Not very often, though. I took them on a trip thinking I would work on them quite a lot on the plane, and ended up not really feeling like I could. I'm pretty sensitive to movement in vehicles, and so I ended up just watching movies so I could keep myself from getting ill. So this will be just ongoing. I'll continue working on that. I also, let me move this around, been experimenting with some fun little tiny pieces using up scraps. This is in preparation for the Lavender Festival, which I have in a couple of weeks, doing some tiny lavender pieces. As I love to do, I set up a whole station with these. So I've got all of these. Can you see that? Let's see. I've got all of these that I cut out of scraps, and I've cut them for the front and back. And then I've got more scraps in this bin that I'll be using to cut out various shapes. These probably I won't use until Christmas time. They're hearts. And then I've got all of my beads. And let me grab this other bin right here. It's kind of hard to see, but this is even tinier scraps of felt. And also more scraps of felt. And then one more with kind of a collection of the tiniest little bits, though I still find this really useful, and bigger pieces that all go in here. So I'm just kind of sifting through all of these things and making what I can. I will have a full video on this in the future, but for now, I've just got this set up with scraps on scraps on scraps on scraps and fun tiny pieces in the works. Clear that away. And then I am prepping for a few art shows coming up. This is actually a submission I'm working on for the Utah Native Plant Society. They have issued a call for art, so I am making some pieces with endangered native to Utah plants on them. This is just like the very base layer of a cactus, so you can kind of see where the cactus body will be and then the blooms, and it doesn't look like much now, but I will be adding embroidery detail over the top, and that makes such a big difference in these pieces that I'm not worried about the mess that it's in now. It makes it makes a big difference. So I will try to remember to show you this in the future, but this is based on some native plants that are found in southern Utah. That's why the red rock is all around it. And yeah, just the very beginning of that one. And then this is the background of another that I'll be doing. Let me find. So I drew, this is a dwarf poppy that is native to Utah. So I drew this, and this is on Fabrisolvi, which comes in all of my kits, but I also use it in my own artwork. So I will cut this out, and then maybe I'll just show you right now, actually. Why not? So this is, you can print it just in your everyday printer, or at least in my everyday printer. I drew this and then printed it out. And I want to make sure I have this going the direction I had planned. So I felted lots of greens and some kind of greenish browns. And then I also have silk. Let me see if turning on the light will help. I have some silk fibers in here as well, which make a really nice detail to add to the background and make it look very plant-like. So this will go in here. So peel off the background and then add it right where I want it. And then I can just stitch right through this. I'm doing more of a traditional embroidery on this piece rather than this felting plus embroidery on this piece. And I do have another one in mind if I can get to it. I need to turn these in fairly soon. So these two for sure I will turn in, and if I can get to the third one, I will start out. So this, I will be doing some kind of thread painting. These flowers are white and then yellow in the center, and the stems obviously will be green. So I will be thread painting that, and I will show you that in an update as well in the future. And then here's the piece I'll show you last, and maybe I'll work on it a little bit with you. This one's quite large. I am submitting it for an art show entitled In This Together, which is at a semi-local museum nearish to me. It's hard to get the whole thing in. I would estimate, maybe I can measure. Do I have my measuring tape? I don't. I would estimate it's like 20 inches by 45 or something like that. Maybe 35. Let me get my needle here and I will work on it a little. So I started by laying this all out and invisible basting all of this down. And then I've just been adding layers and layers of stitching over the top. I think of this as Boro inspired, which is a traditional, something happened in the game. Sorry. A traditional Japanese method of mending, just layer over layer of mending textiles. This obviously was all done at once, and the fabrics are different, but it is inspired by that, those layers and layers of fabric and stitching. So this idea for the art show In This Together came to me as I was thinking about how our lives are layered And we don't really know always the effect that we have on others. Sometimes our lives bleed into each other, and sometimes they're separate. But we all are intertwined and going through our lives together with our families and our neighbors and friends. So that's what this really colorful, overlapping piece is meant to reflect. I just do running stitch back and forth. That's all I've done on this whole piece is running stitch. Just over and over. And I'm down to the very last few pieces that need to be stitched down. I have this kind of reddish orange that I'm working on, and a few yellows, which I will do with all of the same yellow thread. Where's my thing? So I took this with me to my son's nationals competition. He competed in jump rope nationals in Buffalo, New York last week. And jump rope competitions are really long days. So jump rope competitions are really long days. So I had a pretty significant amount of time in the stands watching my son and his teammates compete and then waiting for their turn. So I was able to work on this much more than I anticipated and got a really significant amount of it done on that trip. And then just in the week-ish that I've been home, I've been finishing it up. So this will eventually be a framed piece. My husband makes all my frames for me. And they are custom because my measuring is not my strong suit, it is his. So he helps me figure out what needs to happen for framing. It's really a nice meditative project. And you can see it is kind of raggedy in places because this is all just raw edge. I will clean it up after we frame it, but I do kind of anticipate having visible raw edges on this always. Hopefully, as I'm not manipulating it so much like I am now as I work on it, that won't be like a constant issue, I don't think. That is what I've been working on this week. I'm going to tie this off back here. This has been a really lovely project. I do anticipate more of this type of thing in the future. It's hard to get a full shot of it. I'm really loving all of the colors, how they work together. So the next thing I'll need to do once I have all of these stitched down is there are a few places, like right here, where I need another patch. For whatever reason, either I didn't have one there or it was lost. And so I will take some time and go over. I can see I need one here and thought I saw another piece up here that needed something. Oh yeah, right here. I don't really want to see this background fabric at all, so I'll put another one here. And then maybe right here as well. And once that's done, I think this will be finished. So this is made up of just different scrap fabrics I have. Here's some navy and black linen. This is some blue linen that I dyed. Here's some muslin I dyed. And then a lot of these bright colors are Kona solids that I just had left over from other projects. I think I will probably title this in this together, just like the title of the show I'm entering it into. It's been really lovely to work on. So thank you for being here for this update. I will be back next week with another slow stitching video that is more of a tutorial, ideally. Thanks for joining me on my little show and tell. I'd love to hear what you're working on. So leave me a comment and let me know. And I will see you next week.